Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the NGE top 4 ExG OmegaVengeance Blood deck. While this is very similar to Jazz's Vengeance Blood deck, there are a few key differences to this deck. So this one has double Grimnir and double Devil's Vengeance, along with dropping one Dance of Death, and a few other cards dropping them to 2, such as I think Pact and Succubus I think are both dropped, to make room for those extra cards. So we got a few games lined up here, so hopefully you guys enjoy them. As always, you'll find the deck list in the description below. You may as well hit that like button while you're down there, and you can find any other links that are important, such as my Discord, Twitch, whatever, all down there as well. So we'll get right into the games, guys. Okay, so we have game 1 here versus Haven. Keep things interesting. Unfortunately, I didn't get a dragon game, which is what I was kind of hoping for, so I could really show this deck off. But, you know, we've still got a few games here, a few variations, so it's not bad to see. So our opening hand is pretty average. We don't really have much in it. The Urias is great. Drawing the Vengeance Activator in the Belf is an awesome draw. Couldn't have asked for a much better one, honestly. But being able to push something more would be a lot better. So what are we going to be able to do? We'll go with the Urias, of course, playing that out. We'll probably just try and curve out into Succubus Belf and hope we draw into something else. That would be the main aim of the deck right now. Can't guarantee that will be the most successful playstyle, but it tends to work. Fortunately, we do draw into Devil of Vengeance, which is a much better play than the Belphegor. Fortunately, they do Black Inscripture. Kind of unfortunate. Also not the worst play. But I can quickly follow that up with my Belf, dropping me to 10, putting me in Vengeance, and having plenty of damage in my hand off that draw. So we have 7 burst for 4 cost at the moment, with what's in our hand. 6 cost, we can do 9 burst, which isn't too bad either. Unfortunately, they are pushing the heals, which are kind of frustrating. But they also go for the Evolve. And probably make what I would consider a bad decision. I probably would have traded into the Knight and left the Belf up for 6. Sure, you may be taking 6 to face, but that's probably better than losing the Frog when you can double trade it. So fortunately we get to push this 6 damage plus the 4, pushing us to 10. Leaving them just out of range of our Razory Blood combo. Which is kind of unfortunate. But we deal. And we also have double Dance of Death, which makes for a great combo. Unfortunately, their healing is off the fucking chain, which is kind of unfortunate. Lucky we do have a way around that. That Dance of Death, dealing 2. Devil of Vengeance, probably Evolve, dealing 6. Which will open up 8 more damage. Putting them right into the lethal range with the Bloodfang Razor Claw at this point. Obviously, we are expecting more healing. So to play around that, you've just got to kind of hope, which is exactly what ended up going down here. I got pretty lucky with it. Being able to just play out the Razory along with the Blood Wolf. Dealing enough damage for game. Not too shabby. Alrighty, since that was game 1, we'll go into game 2. And we have game 2 against Forest, keeping things on my toes.
Time for me to prove myself.
I do believe this match wasn't too drawn out, but they definitely pushed me up against an edge for health in this match. Something you got to be very careful of when you're running Vengeance Blood. While yes, it does tend to be an aggro deck, it functions very different to traditional aggro Blood. Sure, you want to push as much damage as you can, but you've also got to be very careful of your own life total and very careful that what your opponent can play onto board will not completely screw you. So make sure to be aware of that when playing things like Vengeance Blood. Of course, we get the perfect drops into 1 and 2. I actually prefer that 1 drop over Abyss at the moment. This thing runs a lot nicer. Obviously, you can overkill yourself, which I do risk here, I'm pretty sure, with my next draw. Maybe not. Oh no, I do, yes. I take the damage and then I go into the double. So I'm trying to push as much damage as I can, expecting to be able to Belf next turn anyway. And also have Diabolic Drain, which is a nice little bit of defense. Of course they play Ancient Elf, which is a little difficult for me. Getting warded out when you're playing a blood deck is really not great. So we do have double Razor, which is nice, but does take a lot of health. We also have the Diablo Drain, which is quite nice. Honestly, the best thing that I could probably do into the next turn would be Dance of Death. But there are other options in my hand that I could risk using. So they do go for the Evolve here and push 5 damage to my face, which is just crazy. So I decide I've got to heal up, I've got to do something about this. And then decide, hey, screw it, let's put up this ward, block off their damage. Just a little bit. Obviously a decent roach combo would still kill me if it was an early game roach. But fortunately, I've got a reasonable hand of damage. So they do try to trigger the Elf Child May. I get super lucky and that hits the Belf. And then they fire a second one. And that also hits the Belf. My luck for this match was absolutely crazy. If either of those elves had have hit the 3-1, I would have been killed. So having them both hit the Belphegor was just an amazing amount of luck. This fortunately allowed me to go for a game pretty easily in a couple of different ways. I could have just rammed the 6 into their face and ended the turn, or I could just, 6 to face, Razor Claw. Or just double, well actually no, I wasn't able to double Razor Claw due to my health total, so it's something to be aware of. So we'll get into game 3. So game 3 is now Blood vs Blood. Keeping things a little interesting, so it's a sort of mirror match, I guess. Kind of. Pretty sure it is. Pretty sure they're playing Vengeance Blood as well. So we mulligan out for hopefully some more early game, and the Dark Air Jammer isn't too bad. If we can draw into a Vengeance, we should be pretty set for a hand. Which luckily we do. We mull into a turn 1 and Vengeance, which is nice. So we're pretty set up for a hand. This is probably one of the better hands you can have as a Blood. So we managed to go in easily Blood Wolf. Deal a little bit more damage to them. Get them super low, super quick. Just what you want with the Blood deck. After all, Blood is traditionally an aggro class. Sure, there has been Control Blood floating around, and I expect Control Blood will probably be a little bit better next expansion, but I still consider it mostly for aggro. But this Vengeance deck definitely plays more just a unique style, I guess. Not full-blown aggro, just hit face. It's really got a little more complexity to making sure you don't kill yourself or trying to optimize damage, which is nice. That's why I do enjoy playing it. Not quite as much as I enjoy just playing straight aggro, where you can just, curve for some fun. But it's definitely enjoyable. So we do get hit with the Diablo Drain, healing them up a little bit, and they try and block me out. The only good part about this play is that for them, strike me would be really dangerous, because they can lose everything to a Hungering Horde, which would suck. But fortunately we have a Razory, which is awesome, and we have Dark General, which is also awesome. So Dark General, 6 damage, push to face, closes out the game pretty nicely, ends us in a really nice, just,
Aw, man,
nice little, oh, you beat me, damn. Yep. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, you'll find the deck list in the description below, along with the source for the deck list originally. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hit the like button, subscribe for more content. We'll have a lot more coming out when Wonderland drops, so hopefully you guys will enjoy all that and stay tuned. So, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya!